Hi, for this video, we are going to talk about division of polynomials. In dividing a polynomial by a monomial, we need to divide each term in the dividend or your numerator by the monomial or your divisor. So you need to refer to this equation. Let's say we have this polynomial in the numerator, a plus b plus c plus d over the monomial in the denominator. So we have m. So each term in the numerator, you need to divide it by the monomial in the denominator. So we have a over m plus b over m plus c over m plus d over m. So let us solve some examples. Now let's solve the following examples. So we have example number 1. We need to divide 6x squared plus 30 by 6 down. So we need to rewrite these examples into a fraction. Yung numerator yung dividend, yung denominator yung divisor. So we have 6x raised to the second plus 30 over 6. Okay? And then right after natin siya ma-write into fraction, i-rewrite natin ulit siya. We need to write this polynomial. Dapat yung denominators nila is separate. Okay? So, pag nire-write natin siya, it will be like this. 6x raised to the second over 6 and then plus 30 over 6. So, now meron na silang separate na denominators. Divide natin individually ngayon. So, the first one is 6x squared divided by 6. 6 times 6, that is equal to 1. And then, copy lang natin yung x squared. Or simply, the answer there is x squared. Kahit hindi na natin ilagay si 1, understood na yung coefficient ni x squared ay equal sa 1. So, we can just simply write x squared. And then, the second one, we have plus, no? Just write plus. 30 over 6 is equal to 5. Now, the answer is equal to x squared plus 5. Yan na ngayon yung quotient ng example number 1. How about in example number 2? So, rewrite natin yung given. We have 8x to the third plus 12. X to the second minus 32x all over negative 4x. And then, we need to rewrite this again na mayroong kanya-kanyang denominator yung each term sa numerator. No? So, we have 8x cubed over negative 4x, then plus 12x squared all over negative 4x, then minus 32x all over negative 4x. Okay? And then right after natin i-rewrite, divide natin each term individually. So the first one, we have 8 divided by negative 4. The answer is negative 2. Okay? And then we have x cubed divided by x. You need to apply your knowledge in quotient rule for laws of exponents, no? So here, subtract natin yung exponent nila. 3 minus 1, the answer is 2. So we have x raised to the second power. And then we have plus, we have 12 divided by negative 4. The answer is negative 3. So, para di tayo ma-confuse doon sa operation and sa sign ng 3, lagyan natin ng parentheses. And then we have x raised to the second. Divide natin kay x. We have x. No? And then minus 32 divided by negative 4. The answer is negative 8. Lagyan ulit natin ng parentheses para di tayo ma-confuse. And then, x divided by x. that is equal to x raised to 0, and x raised to 0 is equal to 1. So you can just cancel that out. No? Negative 8 na lang yung kunin mong answer. And then, lastly, we need to get rid of the parentheses. Para mawala yung mga parentheses na yan, we need to multiply the signs. Okay? So we now have negative 2x raised to the second, and then multiply natin yung signs. Positive times negative is equal to negative, and then copy natin si 3x. Then negative times negative, it will become positive, and then copy natin si 8. Therefore, this is now our quotient. For example, number 2, we have negative 2x raised to the second power minus 3x plus 8. Next example, we will be finding the quotient of this given. So again, rewrite natin yung given into a fraction na 4. So, ayan, nare-write na natin siya. And then right after natin siya mare-write, i-rewrite natin ulit siya. Kailangan each term in the numerator, meron siyang sariling denominator. So, yan, nare-write na natin siya. Meron ng denominators, each term ng polynomial. So, now, na nare-write na natin siya, we need to solve each term separately. So, first, 12 divided by 4, that is equal to 3. And then, x to the fourth divided by x to the second power is equal to x to the second power, applying the quotient rule for loss of exponents. And then y to the third divided by y to the third, that is simply equal to y raised to 0, diba? And that will be equal to 1. So just cancel it out. Huwag na natin siya ilagay. So the answer for the first term is 3x raised to the second power. And then, minus 16 divided by 4, the answer is 4. X to the fifth divided by x to the second, the answer is x to the third. Y to the 8th divided by y to the third, the answer is y to the fifth power. And then, plus 24 divided by 4, the answer is 6. And then x to the fifth divided by x to the second, the answer is x to the third. Lastly, we have y to the 10th power all over or divided by y to the third power, the answer is y to the 7th power. No? So now, that is your quotient. Yan na yung quotient niyo. Wala naman tayong pwedeng pagsamahin na terms kasi walang magkamukhang literal coefficient. So the answer is 3x raised to the second power minus 4x raised to the third, y raised to the fifth plus 6x raised to the third, y raised to the 7th power. Now we are on our last examples. So we have example number 4. Rewrite ulit natin siya. So we have 6x raised to the fifth minus 10x raised to the fourth plus 4x raised to the second all over 4x. And then, again, we need to rewrite this na mayroon silang separate denominators. Then, right after natin silang masulat na may separate denominators, we can solve each term separately. So, we have 6 divided by 4 cannot be, no? We cannot divide 6 by 4. It will give us a decimal na answer. So, kung hindi natin pwede siyang ma-divide, tingnan na lang natin kung pwede natin siya i-simplify, kung may GCF siya. Okay, in this case, si 6 tsaka si 4, meron siyang GCF. And that is 2. So, divide na lang natin both by 2. So, the answer is 6 divided by 2, that is equal to 3. And then, 4 divided by 2, that is equal to 2. No? And then, we have x to the fifth divided by x. The answer is x to the fourth power. So, lalagay natin siya sa numerator. X to the fourth power. Now, we will move on sa next term. So, minus 10 divided by 4. Cannot be din to, no? Decimal number yung lalabas. So, if that's the case, tingnan na lang natin if pwede natin masimplify kung may GCF sila. In this case, meron. Divide natin si 10 tsaka si 4 by 2, which is their GCF. So, 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 5. And then 4 divided by 2, that is equal to 2. No? And then x to the fourth divided by x, that is x to the third. So, lagay natin siya sa numerator. And then plus 4 divided by 4, that is equal to 1. Okay? Pwedeng wag na natin siyang ilagay. And then x to the second power divided by x, that is simply x. And then observing this answer, no? Kung napansin nyo, yung una tsaka pangalawang term natin, they have the same denominators. So we can just rewrite them as like this. 3x to the fourth minus 5x to the third all over 2 plus x. This is now our quotient. So this is now our quotient for example number 4. So we have 3x to the fourth minus 5x to the third over 2 plus x. Okay? And then lastly, we have example number 5. So rewrite ulit natin siya. And then we need to rewrite. So plus 5b to the third over b to the fifth power. Then, divide natin siya separately. Okay? So, 7 divided by 1, here we have 7. And then, b to the fourth divided by b to the fifth power. It will give us 4 minus 5 is equal to negative 1. So, we have b raised to negative 1. Okay? Then, plus, we have 5 divided by 1, that is equal to 5. And then, b to the third divided by b to the fifth, it will give us 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So, kung napapansin ninyo, the exponent here of b are both negative. So, according sa negative exponents, sa laws of exponent, kapag ang isang constant or variable ay may negative na exponent, you need to get its reciprocal. Okay? So, ang mangyayari dyan, si 7, may iwan siya sa numerator. And then, si b raised to negative 1, mapupunta siya sa baba. Kasi, kukunin mo yung reciprocal niya. So, imbis na nasa taas siya, beside 7, mapupunta siya sa baba. Kasi, kinuha mo nga yung reciprocal niya. So, there will be changes in terms of position. Kung nasa taas siya, mapupunta siya sa baba. Kung nasa baba siya, mapupunta siya sa taas. So, ganun kapag nag-reciprocal. So, we now have b raised to 1 kahit wag na nating ilagay yung 1 dyan. Pag nakuha nyo na yung reciprocal, of course, magiging positive na yung exponent. Diba? Ganun yung sa negative exponent na rule sa laws of exponent. And then, same as the second term. So, we have plus 5. Si 5 may iwan din sa taas. Si b raised to negative 2, mapupunta siya sa baba. And then, magiging na siyang b raised to 2. Magiging positive na si 2. And this will be now the quotient for example number 5. So we have 7 over b plus 5 over b raised to the second power. And that is how you divide polynomials.